Chrisley Knows Best star Savannah Chrisley admits her real talent is boyfriend flipping. Keep reading to find out how this conversation came about and more. Recently, the Chrisley USA Instagram posted a trailer for an upcoming episode. Todd, Julie, Savannah, and Grayson Chrisley are all hanging out in the kitchen. The topic of conversation is Grayson's hair. Grayson Chrisley seems to think that his hair is great. However, his dad, Todd, seems to disagree. In his defense, the high schooler brings up the fact that Savannah likes his hair. Julie agrees that it looks good. Then, Todd Chrisley raises an intriguing question. The Chrisley Knows Best patriarch wants to know if they've seen the people that Savannah's chosen to date. This catches Savannah Chrisley's attention. She acknowledges that some of her past boyfriends may not have been the smartest. Then Todd interjects, or the hottest. The sassy by Savannah creator's defense is that she did a fixer-upper on some. She also argues that by the time she was done, they were real good-looking. To this, Todd explains that all his daughter did was prep them for someone else. Looking at the silver lining, Savannah Chrisley shares that it might be her mission in life. She thinks she might be her boyfriend's temporary home, and she helps them find their forever home. The caption for the post concludes that boyfriend flipping is basically an act of community service. In the comment section, fans rave over how Savannah handled the situation. Some of the comments are, while the Chrisleys didn't name any names, Savannah Chrisley has had a couple of high-profile relationships. Keep reading to find out about the former beauty queen's dating history. The first boyfriend to appear on Chrisley Knows Best was Blair Hanks in 2015. After 2 years, the pair split up. Ultimately, it seems like having a relationship in the public eye took a toll on the young couple. Then, Life and Style reports that Savannah dated Luke Kennard for 4 months in 2017. There were rumors of infidelity on the side of Kennard. Shortly after that, she's linked to former The Bachelor star Colton Underwood. However, it wasn't anything serious because, as Colton explained to the media, he just gotten out of a serious relationship. Ellie Raisman. What do you think about Savannah Chrisley and her boyfriend flipping talent? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to come back to TV shows Ace for more Chrisley Knows Best news. Don't forget the Chrisleys have a new time. Tune into USA Network Thursday nights at 8:30/7:30 for a new episode of Chrisley Knows Best. Savannah Chrisley, the vibrant Southern belle, best known for her appearances on Chrisley Knows Best and her podcast Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, has never shied away from the spotlight. With her signature blonde locks, quick wit, and unfiltered honesty, Savannah has grown into more than just a reality star. She's become a cultural phenomenon in her own right. But in a recent whirlwind of interviews, cryptic podcast remarks, and subtly loaded Instagram captions, a rather unexpected self-revelation emerged. Savannah Chrisley's real talent might just be boyfriend flipping. No, it's not a new dating app or a gymnastic move. Boyfriend flipping, as fans have come to understand it, is Savannah's tongue-in-cheek term for her uncanny ability to take the emotionally unavailable, emotionally broken, or just plain directionless men who enter her life and transform them into seemingly reformed, goal-oriented, emotionally intelligent individuals, just in time for them to date someone else. It's a phenomenon plenty of women have whispered about behind closed doors or joked about over brunch. The act of rehabilitating a partner only to watch them flourish with someone new. But Savannah, true to her candid and cheeky nature, has decided to own it. Not as a flaw, not as a heartbreak, but as a bizarre kind of superpower. Her dating life has always been of public interest. From her high-profile relationship with former NHL player Nate Kurdals to her on-again, off-again situationships that make occasional appearances in cryptic social media posts, fans have tried to map out her romantic timeline with forensic precision. But as the pattern became clearer, charming but emotionally complicated man enters her life, grows in confidence and maturity, and then exits stage left. Even Savannah began to recognize a theme. Unlike many who'd mourned the pattern, Savannah took a different approach. She joked about it first, throwing in sharp one-liners about graduating men into their next happy relationship on her podcast. Listeners laughed, but they also nodded. Here was something oddly relatable, and more importantly, something that Savannah could now own. Her knack for personal reinvention may be at the core of this unexpected talent. Raised in a world of luxury and perfectionist standards under the watchful eye of Savannah learned early how to pivot, adapt, and thrive. When public opinion shifted, she adapted. When her family faced legal storms, she stepped up and matured overnight, taking on guardianship of her younger siblings. Reinvention wasn't just an option for Savannah, it was survival. Perhaps it's no surprise then that her relationships followed the same narrative. Each time a new boyfriend entered the scene, it wasn't long before he began to evolve. From career shifts to therapy breakthroughs, fitness transformations to spiritual epiphanies, Savannah's partners left her with more than just Instagram memories. They left changed. Her supporters now jokingly refer to her as the boyfriend boot camp. Online forums speculate about the methods behind her magic. Is it her unwavering honesty? Her ability to call someone out without tearing them down? The way she balances ambition with vulnerability? Or is it that she simply refuses to enable mediocrity in anyone who gets close? Whatever the reason, her track record has become undeniable. Even the men she's no longer dating seem to speak highly of her post-breakup. A rarity in a world where public splits often devolve into social media subtweets and passive-aggressive shade. There's no scorched earth policy in the wake of a Chrisley breakup. Instead, there's gratitude and transformation. Interestingly, Savannah doesn't seem bitter about any of it. In fact, her perspective borders on amused. There's a strange sort of pride in being the catalyst, the turning point, in someone else's story. And while many would see the pattern as exhausting or even tragic, she reframes it as something empowering. In her own words on Unlocked, she reflected on the cycle as a weirdly divine assignment, musing that maybe her role in these men's lives was never meant to be permanent. Maybe she was sent to give them that push they couldn't find on their own, and once her job was done, the universe just gently nudged them on their way. But don't mistake her acceptance for resignation. Savannah isn't retreating into romantic martyrdom anytime soon. If anything, she's using the boyfriend-flipping narrative as a way to take control of her dating life story, one that's often been spun by tabloids or social media speculators. By owning the term, she's also reshaping the power dynamic. She's not the discarded ex or the one who gets left behind. She's the catalyst, the game changer, the girlfriend before the glow-up. What makes Savannah's real talent so intriguing isn't just the catchy label. It's the way she's turned a relatable pattern into a brand, and a form of self-awareness that feels refreshing in today's overly curated celebrity culture. In a media landscape filled with overly filtered love stories and picture-perfect couple posts, Savannah's take feels real, messy, a little bruised, but authentic. And in that authenticity, she's found resonance. Fans don't just follow Savannah for beauty tips and family drama anymore. They tune in because they see themselves in her, in the heartbreaks, in the comebacks, in the constant reinvention. Her podcast has become a place where vulnerability isn't seen as weakness, but as a form of strength. And in discussing everything from trauma to trust issues, she's become something else, a voice for modern womanhood, messy dating history, and all. Of course, the inevitable question lingers. Will Savannah ever meet someone who doesn't need to be flipped? Someone who arrives whole, grounded, and ready? She's hinted that she hopes so. She jokes that she's earned her honorary degree in amateur male psychology, and she'd prefer not to keep offering free lessons. But until then, Savannah seems content embracing the irony. She's even teased the idea of turning the whole concept into a book, part memoir, part relationship manual. The Boyfriend Flipper, Tales of Growth, Goodbye, and the Good Girl Glow Up, practically writes itself. And if it hits the shelves, it would likely find a wide audience of women ready to laugh, cry, and nod along. In the end, Maybe Savannah's talent isn't just flipping boyfriends. Maybe it's flipping the narrative, taking what could be seen as heartbreak and spinning it into empowerment, turning failed relationships into finished chapters of personal growth, and reminding her audience that even if the love story doesn't last, the lessons always do. So yes, Savannah Chrisley may not have set out to become the face of boyfriend flipping, but in owning the label, laughing through the lessons, and leaning into the healing, she's turned a personal pattern into a public rallying cry. A reminder that sometimes being the one who helps others grow doesn't mean you've lost. Sometimes it means you've already won, just on your own terms.